As we all know, Nigeria is a very blessed country with very many potentials. We have people who can take Nigeria to another level. And we also have people who don't believe in the real Nigeria, who think things can go as usual. But to me, going straight to your question, I think what Nigeria, the present Nigeria need now is a president that is focused, a president that doesn't believe in creating powerful men, but powerful institutions. We need a president that doesn't believe in sharing formula, but creating formula. We need a president that doesn't believe in consumption, but rather in production. We need a president that is sincere, honest, disciplined, and ready to work from the day one. That is the kind of president Nigeria needs now. Because looking at the situation in Nigeria, everybody can bear with me that it's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to talk about. There is insecurity, there is unemployment, there is hunger. Our economy is going down every day. We borrow to pay salary. So what do we need at this particular time? Nigeria is almost going bankrupt. So we need a leader that is articulated, a leader that is sincere, a leader, a president that knows how to manage the economy, create jobs, carry all along together and move Nigeria ahead. That is exactly the kind of president we need now. Thank you.
You've described very superlative terms. One of the words that I like that you used was a president that is sincere, a president that is visionary, a president that wants to make things happen, develop the economy and break a bigger pie, and so on and so forth. Okay, so but we're down to about 13 presidential candidates, 13 of them, or maybe a bit more. Which one of these people, in your own point of view, fits this bill? And if you are going to recommend to us to vote, who would you be asking us to vote for?
Thank you very much for the question, Pastor. As it is now, my personal opinion is this. We have about 3 of them. That is the frontliner, that the major players as we speak. We have Chief Tinubu, we have Alhaji Atiku, and we have Dr. Peter Obi. These 3, for me, are the frontliners. So I will take them one after the other before I come to conclusion. Chief Bola Tinubu, we all know, was the former governor of Lagos State. Even though Lagos State was former capital of Nigeria, but he helped in creating a blueprint that Lagos State is following now to be one of the fastest growing city in Africa. That I can give to him. At the same time, he's a very kind-hearted human being. He believes in helping people, distributing resources to people. That I can give to him. Then Alhaji Abubakar Atiku from PDP. We all know also he is versatile. He creates jobs. He has a lot of businesses and schools that is going for him, that is doing fine. He was the former vice president of Nigeria. And as at that time, he was at the economical team. He's also good. We have the former governor of Anambra State. And as it happened, in the same ticket in 2019 with Atiku. P2B, all we know, is very good in managing economy. He's very prudent. His resume can say it all. He sits at a lot of board as chairman. He has held some offices before he became in the banking sector before he becomes the governor of Anambra State. So Peter Obi, for me, among all these three, is the one that, as we speak, as the present condition of Nigeria, is the one that can handle Nigeria and bring Nigeria out from this particular situation we are now. You know, I have to bring down my, I have to give them my example. I have to bring down my example. You know, people call Peter Obi stingy. People call him that he doesn't share money. People say he's this, he's that, he's conservative, he's too this, and he's too that. All these things boil down that he doesn't believe in sharing formula. He believes in building and creating institutions. He doesn't believe in creating big men, weighty men, but he believed in creating weighty institutions. He believed in putting food on the table of all of the masses, the poor, the old, the students, and especially the youth. So this is the kind of leader that Nigeria, our beloved country, Nigeria needs at this particular time. We have a lot of big men, big name, and all those stuff, but we don't have any big institution. There is no institution in Nigeria that is functional as we speak. Therefore, Nigeria needs a president at this particular time that can create institutions, that can create viable institutions, that can create strong institutions, just like we have them in the West. Is it in US? Is it in Europe? You have institutions that function. Even when the president is sleeping, the institution works on its own automatically. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to know anybody to get whatever you want to get. You only need to be qualified to get whatever you want to get. And that is the kind of institution Nigeria needs. And the only person I know as we speak, except something else happen tomorrow, as we speak now, the only person I know from the past record, that can build this strong institution that people call stingy man is Peter Obi. Thank you, Pastor.
That's interesting. I hope you are not on Peter Obi's campaign team. But anyway, that is
no. I have not met Peter Obi in my life before. To be honest with you, I have not met him in my life. We've not spoken before, but we have mutual friends. But I'm just talking or giving my opinion based on the past, based on everybody's attendance.
Okay, so let's take that as a personal opinion, and that's that's okay. Let me ask you a few questions. This kind of leader you have described that Nigeria needs, I think everybody understands it. And I also spoke on a platform on Monday in Port Harcourt, saying the kind of leader that the kind of president Nigeria needs. So it's very, very topical at this point in time. I have two questions to ask you. How come all these years, we do not know, how come all these years we've not been able to get this kind of president in Nigeria? What do you think is responsible for it? And one of the things I said on Monday was that, yeah, we all generally think, or we all know who Nigeria needs, or we have an idea of the character and the skill sets. But it seems as though all the times Nigerians they need to decide and vote, they don't seem to vote for people who have this character and skill set. Why do you think that is, in your own opinion?
Thank you very much. It is normal in Nigeria politics, but it is not the real way to play politics. It is normal in Nigeria politics that if you have a deep pocket, you get it. Your qualification doesn't matter. Your IQ doesn't matter. Your experience doesn't matter. Your ability doesn't matter. What matters is how much can you afford? How much can you give out to buy the delegates for the primaries? coming to general election, how much can you give out to buy vote? This is what really matters in Nigeria. And that is why we have not been able to produce the kind of leader that Nigeria needs. But now, things have started changing. There is a kind of revolution coming now in the country. The youth have waking up from their slumber. They have known now that they have to fight for their right, that destiny lies in their hand. There is a kind of movement going on. This movement doesn't even have to do with P2B as per se, or have to do with Tinubu as per se, or have to do with Atiku as per se. But this movement has to do with the anger, frustration, poverty that is before the people. Because of this anger, this movement is on motion. And this movement is going to the direction of a president that can create a very strong institution. Because with strong institution, Nigeria can have everything. Nigeria can have everything she desires. The people in Nigeria can live, Nigerians can live comfortably. There will be the poor, the middle class, and the rich, but not now as it is, extreme poor and extreme rich, no middle class. So coming down to your question, why has Nigeria not gotten this kind of president for all her lifetime? That is the reason is, I repeat, is because of the kind of politics that is going on in Nigeria, where money talks, where if you have a deep pocket, you get it all. But now this movement now has seen it that we don't have to look at the politicians to give us money for them to buy our vote. Rather, we have to donate to the politicians. It doesn't matter if it's 1K, 2K, 3K, 5K, 6K, 7K. Now, when we donate this money according to our pocket to fund this leader campaign, at the end of the day, we Nigerians are the ones that sponsor the leader's campaign, and he has to pay us back. But when it is in the hands of one or two individuals who bring billions of dollars to sponsor a particular candidate, or the candidates that have this money on their own, is it the money they work for or the money that is stolen? These candidates use this money to buy votes, buy people, and at the end of the day, they have to recoup from where they get this money. That is the truth. That is the painful truth that is happening now. And that is the truth of everything about Nigerian politics. As soon as we leave this aspect of money politics, monetize politics, then we'll be ready to get the kind of leadership we need. I am happy, I am grateful to God that today it has started. Now people can donate, no matter how poor they are, no matter how rich they are. They can even bring as little as 1K, 500 naira, 1,000 naira to donate for the campaign to progress. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your answer. The monetization of politics in Nigeria and the weaponization of poverty, I think, has led to this position that we're in, especially with this delegate system. And sometimes the delegates themselves, they've been chosen by the people who want to lead the country. But do you think it's going to be possible for us to get the leader that we need in the face of this level and volume of monetization in politics? And the people that fit this bill that you described, I can tell you for free that most of them are not half as wealthy as a lot of the people in the frame. I mean, even to pay 100 million, for nomination form alone is a lot of money, and it's not likely that anybody that has really, really worked hard for his money would have that kind of money lying down just like that. Yeah, you may have a few people who can come together and raise the money and donate for you, but hopefully they do that. But some of these people are paid cash one way or the other for this thing. So is it really possible that Nigeria will get the leader in this? That's question one. That's part one. And part two, what do Nigerians need to do to get the right kind of leadership in view of the circumstances that we're in?
The question number one, is it true? Can Nigeria get this kind of leadership we are talking about? Yeah. And my answer is yes, we can. We can get this kind of leadership we are talking about, in the sense that we have people in Nigeria who really understand, who really know what it makes to be a good leader, and who really follow politics of the West and know that a leader must not be rich. You must not be rich or extreme rich for you to be a leader, or for you to be a president, or to be elected as a president. But you must have the qualities. That is why in the West, they go through primaries campaign. The primary campaign they go through is like a kind of normal general election when you are equating to Nigerian standard. They go through these primaries and they are being screened, and they have series of debates, and debates upon debate, stage by stage, until the final day of the primary elections. And after that, the party flag bearers will emerge, and the debate will also continue between the party flag bearers. And in Nigeria, we don't do this. But today, as I speak, I know that a lot of people are ready to introduce this system in Nigeria. And as it is now, as the situation is now, as hunger is wiring a lot of Nigerians, as students at home, the schools are closed, they are on strike, the lecturers are on strike. I just have a friend that told me that he used 50,000 to fill his tank on black market. So all these things is coming, and everybody's feeling the pain. No matter where you're from, no matter you're from the south, you're from the north, you're from the west, you're from the east. Are you a Muslim? Are you a Christian? Are you a pagan? Are you Hindus? Whatever you are, you're feeling the pain. This pain of poverty doesn't know where you come from, doesn't know your religion, doesn't know if you're a man or you're a woman, doesn't know if you're old or young, doesn't know if you're a student or you're a civil servant or you're a businessman. The pain is there, and everybody is feeling this pain. Therefore, because of this pain, people has stand up for their right. And I feel that Nigerians now have learned a lot and have seen a lot, and have seen a lot of things that they will not tolerate again. And that is why they are working towards getting this kind of leader we are talking about. Yes, Nigeria can get this kind of leader we are talking about, and we are not far from it. As we speak, we are not far from it. So, coming to your second question, please repeat your second question again, Pastor.
I say, what do Nigerians need to do on the average to be able to get
what
the
we
kind
need
of
to
leader
do
that
on the average to get this kind of leader we are talking about, to have this kind of leadership we are talking about, is go out there, register, get your PVC card, go out on the election day and vote with your conscience. Ignore anybody that comes to you to give you 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K. Ignore anybody that gives you a bag of rice. Ignore anybody that brings about sentiment, religion sentiment. Anybody that says this one a Igbo man, this one a Hausa man, this one a Yoruba man. Anybody that says this is a Muslim, this is a Christian. Ignore them. Vote according to your conscience. Vote according to the character of the candidates. Vote according to their past record, what you have seen them do, their philosophy, what they believe in. That is, if we do this, we will get the right leadership. And at the same time, our people, the Nigerians as a whole, the press should enlighten the people, the Nigerians, the masses also, on how to, go about this. People that doesn't know what it takes to get the PVC, to get the card, to enlighten them, to educate them, to direct them on where to get the card. People that doesn't know what it means to sell their vote, that their vote worth more than 3,000 naira, that their vote worth more than 5,000 or even 1 million. Their vote is not, you cannot equate it with money. People has to know this. And when we know this, when we Nigerians know this, both old and young, people in the city, people in the villages, when we know this, when we are aware of this, when the society is sanitized, when the press, when the journalists, when the influencers, make people understand this, then we will definitely get this kind of leader, this kind of president we are talking about. Thank you.
Well, you have mentioned that you think that Mr. Peter Obi is a serious frontrunner ahead of the pack. But let me give you a few analyses of some of the other presidential candidates. They say Rabiu Ikeokwu is very, very strong in the north. He has almost like a cult following in the northern part of Nigeria. They believe in him a lot. They follow him a lot. A lot of them even wear his cap and things like that. And that he did quite a good job in Kano when he was governor of Kano, and also as Obasanjo's Minister of Defense. And therefore they think he's strong and he's tough, and he can be one of the serious people. They've also mentioned that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu did a good job with Lagos, laid a foundation that Lagos has been progressing with. Is very bold, okay, and he has helped and invested in a lot of lives here and there. It's very bold. He can take some very bold decisions, and also has serious following, and his sagacity was quite evident in the areas that he did. And as a bridge builder, friendly with everyone, has contacts almost all over Nigeria. It's the second biggest employer in his home state of Adamawa, where the bakery and all manners of businesses like that, and that is really a philanthropist and a generous man par excellence, and that he has the knack and the reputation of putting together a very, very good team, like he did when he was vice president for Olusegun Obasanjo. There's also a young man in SDP called Mr. Adebayo. Mr. Adebayo is the... Are you okay? Are you okay?
I can hear you, Pastor. Go ahead, please.
Can you hear me? Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, so there's also a young man in SDP called Adebayo, is his name. He's a newcomer into the business, but he speaks very well, seems to understand the issues very, very well, so on and so forth. And of course, Kola Abiola is trying to piggyback on the work that his father did, June 12 and all that, and the reputation his father built, and to continue that legacy or continue that work. And then there's also the gentleman from YPP, Malik Ado Ibrahim, very well spoken, very well brought up, educated, and all that, and seems to have a knowledge and understanding of the issues, and so on and so forth. So are you not thinking that, for example, the sagacity, the boldness, the courage, the network, the ability to assemble teams together of Bola Tinubu, the large heart and the friendliness and the ability of Atiku Abubakar, the eloquence and diction and thought of Adewale Adebayo, the contacts of Kola Abiola, and the things of Malik, would they not be, and of course, like I said, Kwak and So, almost a cult-like following in the North. Do these things not count to something in the direction of the kind of person we need in Nigeria at this point in time?
Yes.
Over to you, Sonny.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Pastor?
I can hear you. And I think all
these other presidential candidates, these other parties has brought up, sincerely speaking, every of them is qualified to lead Nigeria. And from the beginning, I said we have three. I just want to break it. I just want to limit my attention to the three front runners. And apart from the three, all of us are really qualified. Only for them to come up and be their party flag bearers means it's not easy. But we are talking about the best from all, because we are going to have only one president at a time. If we are going to have two or three, I would have said first choice, second choice, third choice. But we are going to have one president at a time. And looking at the situation Nigeria is right now, the situation is so bad. It is so bad that we need the best of all them all. Not that others are not good. Not that the others are not qualified. Not that the others are not eminent. No, they are. But we need the best out of them all. And sincerely speaking, this, why I personally, my personal opinion, I choose Peter Obi. You will see the people can never come out and say Peter Obi stole money. We hate him because he stole money. We hate him. I've tried to search everywhere, anywhere they will say, why are we against Peter Obi? Because he stole money, because he didn't pay salary, because he was owing pension, because he did this, because he bought houses overseas, because he has estates everywhere. That is why we don't like him. That is why we hate him. No. But what everybody say is because he is stingy. And this goes a long way. This goes a long way to tell you exactly what kind of person this leader is. Okay. Should I choose a leader who comes and share money? Is that money from his pocket? Should I choose a leader who make 1 or 2, 3 people billionaires and then forget the rest 200 million Nigerians? Should I choose a leader who comes and creates job only for the rich and forget about the poor? No, we are over 200 million in Nigeria. Therefore, we need a leader who has this 200 million as a structure. A leader who has this 200 million Nigeria in heart, who share money, national money, to this 200 by creating strong institutions, by creating jobs, by turning Nigeria from a consumption country to a production country, by paying the old people their money because they have work and labor for it, giving them the pensioners, paying the workers their salary. A leader who will not borrow to pay salary. When it comes to a stage that a country borrowed money to pay salary, my brother, that means that is the end of it. We as CEO or managers of companies, we know what it means for us to go to a bank and borrow money to pay our staffs. That means we are heading to bankruptcy. The bank can do it the first month, the second month, the third month, they will tell you, they will not again. Because if you are not functioning, if your company is not functioning, if your country is not functioning, if you cannot produce, sell, generate income, then there is no need for you to be a country. There is no need for you to be a company. That is why I'm saying what Nigeria needs at this particular time is a leader that can take us out from this situation. As we speak now, there is only one out of all, because we need one president at a time. And that person is Peter Obi. Not because I have personal interest of Peter, just like I said before, I've not seen him, I've not met him in my life. I always have not come across. I have nothing, going that I must speak for him. But let's see, Pastor. I have governors' friends. I have sitting governors' friends. I have ex-governors' friends. I have discussed with them. The only problem they told me they see from Peter Obi is that he is conservative, he is stingy. And that speaks a lot. When a sitting governor can tell you that a presidential candidate is stingy, that means he doesn't believe in the usual thing, sharing formula. He doesn't believe in it. That is only problem they will tell you is Peter Obi has. So in all everything we are talking about, in all everything we are discussing about our beloved country, Nigeria, all these things boil down to a particular person, the best among all of them, who can take us forward. If the other 18 or 19, they are all good. They can do great jobs. As individuals, they are all good, but we need the best from all of this, as I said before. Thank you, Pastor.
All right, Sonny, I'm going to ask you a few more questions, and then there's also a Sonny on the platform called Sonny Nevi, who is raising his hands to ask questions. But let me finish with my question, and then Sonny will ask his questions and a few others, and then we'll take it from there. The question I want to ask, I don't know how much you know and you understand of Nigerian politics. And the short of the question is, do you think Peter Obi can win this election? Okay, is it possible? And if you think it is possible, how do you think he will win? The odds against him are, number one, they say that the votes are in the north. He really doesn't have a strong northern presence, and he has not done any strong northern affiliations that we are aware of that have the numbers. Number two, even his Igbo brothers, one of which you are, have not openly thrown their full weight and support behind him. I don't know what they're doing in the villages and at the back, but they have not openly. In fact, one of the governors castigated him and said he was not part of this whole thing. And even in the primaries, one of the reasons why he probably left PDP was that he was not even sure of the votes at the primary level of his own constituency. And then there's also the discussion that, of course, the West will probably rather go with the North, or the North will probably rather go with the West than go with the Southeast. And there's this age-long suspicion between the Southwest and the Southeast. It's been there since the days of Azikiwe and Awolowo. And even some Southeasterners say they would rather go with the North than go with the Southwest. And I think this is one of Nigeria's real big issues at this point, where people are not really interested in competence or ability, but they think more along tribal and sectional lines, and it's still affecting our politics even till today. Most of the analysis I'm getting from people is that these votes will come from here, these votes will come from here. They're not talking about the competence and the capability of the candidates. Okay, so perhaps Nigeria is getting the kind of leadership it deserves based on the way we think. So how do you think Mr. or Dr. Peter B, is he able to win this election? And how do you think he will win the election if you think he's able?
Thank you very much, Pastor. You see, let me start from number one. How the Easterners, how P2B, the support is lacking from home. I'm an Easterner. I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. And I know the comment.
Where are you from?
I'm from Abia State, Umuahia precisely.
Okay.
I know where this comment is coming from. I know Governor Omai. I've met him a couple of times. We have met in Governor Wike's house in Port Harcourt. And I know that Governor Omai is a very intelligent person, and he has done a lot of work in Ituah State. I drove from Ekom to Enugu to catch my flight at Enugu Airport. I passed through Abakaliki, and I saw a lot of things he did. Abakaliki, in short, has changed. I can give him that credit. And we all know that he was also one of the people that was talking about the presidency coming to the East. We all know that he left PDP and went to APC. But at the end of the day, he wasn't able to secure the party's ticket. And we knew how angry he was with the delegates or with the Ohaneze Ndibo, how he said that they betrayed him, how he said that the governors, his colleagues from the Southeast and all betrayed him. We know all this. But it's a pity that it's also coming from him, all this stuff about Peter Obi. Like I said, Omai is a very intelligent governor. I have spoken with him. We've chatted more than 1 hour, face to face, one-on-one. I know how smart he is. We met at Port Harcourt, and after we left Governor Wike's house, we spent the night in the same hotel. The next day we continued our chat. So I can really tell you that he's a very smart gentleman. But what he said about Peter Obi, that is his own personal opinion. Probably just like he said, he's trying to show sportsmanship. He's trying to show that he's a party person, that is loyal to his party. That is why he said the vote, the Ebony people vote belongs to APC, belongs to Chief Tinubu. That is his personal opinion. That is not the opinion of the Igbos or the opinion of Nigerians. Then coming to that too, there are still other, apart from Omai, I know personally because I know there are 1 or 2 other governors again from the East who are not happy that P2B is gathering momentum, that P2B is nationally accepted. This is individual stuff. As we can say, it's very individual stuff, but it is not a generalized stuff. It is not what the Igbo people think or Nigerians think. First of all, Peter Obi is not an Igbo candidate. I see Peter Obi, just like other friends of mine all over Nigeria, see Peter Obi as a Nigerian candidate. Peter Obi is well accepted in the South, in the North, in the East, and in the West of Nigeria. You go to the North, they accept Peter Obi. The youth in the North are very aggressive in campaigning for Peter Obi. Even physically, not only online, physically, they are doing that. The youth from the South are also aggressive in campaigning for him. The youth in the East are not even as aggressive as the youth in the South. certain part of Nigeria or northern part of Nigeria. So that is why I said P2B is not his candidacy. I don't see it as an Igbo candidacy, or I don't see it as an Igbo presidency. I see P2B as a Nigerian president, a president that the Nigerians are going to choose, a president that Nigerians are going to vote for, both from the Yoruba nation, Igbo nation, Hausa nation, Fulani nation, Ejo, all these tribes in Nigeria. All of us are going to vote for Peter Obi on that day. Talking about Nigerian politics, how I know Nigerian politics, just like I said before, I have few governors friends who are presently governors. And as you know, 4 years ago in Germany, we hosted the whole governors in Nigeria through the Nigeria Governors Forum. We hosted them. They stayed up to 4 days in Germany, and I was a key player in that meeting, because we took them to see how the German system, how it works, how the politics in Germany work, how the industrialization in Germany, how it began, how it started, and how it's going. It took them 4 days, some stayed 3 days, some stayed 4 days. And within this period, I was able to interact with most of them. I was able to come in contact with most of them. So I really know how they think, what they think, and how they see issues. You know, Nigerian politics, as we all know, in the days of Awolowo, Zik, Aminu Kano, the politics is quite different as it is now. Even though the politics that time required alliance, people from the East coming and allying from the politicians from the North, or the politicians from the South allying with the politicians from the North or from the East to come together and win election. That is the politics of those days. But now in Nigeria, it's politics of money. Structure doesn't mean so much for Nigerian politicians. What means for them is how deep their pocket is, how much they can spend to buy, if it is in the primaries, delegate, if it is in general election, voters. But now, the structures that the modern Nigerian politics is creating or is about to deliver is the structure that has to do with human beings, structure that has to do with the people. Whether you're young, whether you're old, whether you are Igbo, you're Hausa, you're Yoruba, you're Efik, you're Ejo man, it doesn't matter. Everybody has one opinion. That opinion is, we will be the structure. We will support the best among all the candidates. And we will move his campaign to make sure that he is successful. That is the structure that is built, that the Nigerians are building now. And this structure is the structure I sincerely believe P2B is going to use. P2B is going to fit himself in to pursue his ambition. And I know that the greatest structure that Nigerians that any politician can have is the structure of human beings. It doesn't matter how many offices you have, how many prominent men you have in your party. All these prominent men, governors, they only have one vote. A governor has one vote, just like a beggar in the street has. The president has one vote, also just like the beggar in the street have. And when you see, in Nigeria, we have 36 governors. We have one president, and we have, you cannot compare them with the masses, that is over 200 million. You cannot compare them. And these are the real structures. You must not have a physical office, but you have to have the people who can go and campaign and talk about you, talk about your achievements door to door. Let me just give you a slight example what happened in America during that Obama time. Everybody know how Obama electrified politics in the world, in the global politics, not only in America. Obama was a poor man. Let me not say a poor man. He was from a humble background. He has no name. His father was an immigrant. He started from zero. But when he came out as a Black man, the people felt at that particular time what America needed was Obama. Obama had no structure. Because he has no structure, Hillary Clinton has a better structure than Obama during the primaries, because Hillary Clinton, the husband was an ex-president. So we can say she has a better structure than Obama. Then John McCain, who was that time a senator, national senator, and also a known name in US, had a better structure than Obama. That Obama, from the primary to the general election, beat all these people hands down. Why? Because Obama used the people as his structure. The people were the people, the masses, the Americans, the youths, both Black and white, Hispanic, everybody, even outside America, people were interested in American politics only because of Obama. And that is exactly what we are going to experience in Nigeria. That Obama era in US is what Nigeria is facing now. That is the same movement that is going on in Nigeria now. You must not know Peter Obi one-on-one to support him. You only need to see him talk. You only need to see what he has done so that you can support this. That will make you to support him. So what, in that effect, in order to cut the whole long story short, is that he does not actually need a big political structure to be the Nigerian president. He only needs the people. He only needs to pass his message across to north, to south, to the west, to the east, to the poor, to the rich, to the Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Ijaw, every part of hook and corner of Nigeria, to pass his message across, and he will be in that seat. And I'm very, very optimistic, and that will happen. I'm not talking personally about P2G, but I'm talking in general about Nigerians, about the movement that is going on now. Thank you.
It's okay, it's okay. I don't think you'd have done, his campaign manager wouldn't have done a better job. But nonetheless, let us take some questions from the platform. Sonia Nebi wanted to ask you a question. I also see my friend and my brother from the US, Antonio Gebo, also wants to ask you a question. So Sonny, please unmute yourself and let's hear your question. And after you will take Anthony's questions. And if anybody has any questions or comments, I've been seeing quite a few comments on the platform. This is the time to ask your question. So Sonny, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pastor Ituah. And Chief Sonny, my namesake, Ikeokwu. You have done a good job of trying to project Peter Obi. I think Pastor Ituah played into your hands when he asked you which of those three candidates you would recommend and why. And so the discussion seemed a bit skewed, as if you are, at least it brought out the fact that you support Peter Obi for certain reasons. And so we are like on the platform, like having somebody speaking for Peter Obi. But really, I think the question is the president that Nigeria really needs at this time. And if we put certain criteria out on the ground and say, for example, what's Peter Obi's position on devolution of power? What's Peter Obi's position on certain national issues that have bogged Nigeria, and how exactly is he going to address it vis-a-vis the other candidates? Even if we want to take the three front runners, I think then we'll be able to make a more informed decision, or we can hear you better, because all you seem to be saying, and even for Peter Obi, there are people that have argued that all he did was save money in Anambra State, that Anambra State is not a bank. you know, if there were things to do with money, why would Peter Obi be saving the money? And 8 years after he left, spending 8 years, Anambra State is still not one of the front-run states in Nigeria. So Peter Obi's claim to fame and good governance is what he has done in Anambra State. And there are those arguments. On the other hand, there are arguments of fresh hands in this race. We have Abdul Malik, the guy from Kwara State. We have the Adebayo. We have people, and if you hear them speak, they have fantastic ideas also. It's unfortunate Kingsley Moghalu didn't get his party's ticket. But even the guy that got it, one Kachuku guy, is also a brilliant guy. So my question to you really is, we really do not know Peter Obi's total, and I'm not talking about the politics of it now, because we seem to be wanting to commit a class suicide, those of us that are in Lagos and can access social media, promoting Peter Obi, thinking that everybody in Nigeria has fallen on the train. I can assure you that if we go to some part of the north, and I'm very familiar with the north because it's my first base, all right? Peter Obi is not even known in so many places, okay? So if you are trying to project Peter Obi, we need to do more than that. We need to do much more than we are doing. And Peter Obi is not a bad candidate, but quite frankly, if elections were to happen today, do you think Peter Obi can get 5% of the vote cast total? I don't think so. Do we want him to move ahead? Yes. And we need to do quite much more than we are doing. Okay, so my real question is Peter Obi's position on so many of the critical national issues until he comes out and begins to articulate them, even for people like me that would like to support him. I will not yet until I hear his position on all the critical issues. I will interrogate all of them. What are you going to do about, say, security, for example? Will you allow state police? What form of state policing will it be? What are you going to do about the economy, industrialization? It's not just in mouth. What are the concrete things? So part of what I'm saying is both a comment and a question to you, because sometimes we seem to fantasize and think, yeah, he's a good candidate, he speaks well, but that's not all there is to it. There's much more work than we need to do. And I think those of us that are interested in making it happen should go deeper than we are doing currently. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my namesake. I appreciate your question. Let me start from saying, I'm not Peter Obi's campaign manager. Neither do I belong to his campaign team.
Yeah,
I have said it before that I have not met Peter Obi one-on-one, and we don't even chat or speak. I'm only talking as a Nigerian because our topic is which president do Nigeria need now? And Pastor asked me, in my own opinion, who do I think is the best to lead Nigeria now? That is the reason why I mentioned Peter Obi. And I mentioned Peter Obi and tried to also analyze my personal opinion, what the little I know about him compared to others. Now, I'm not saying, just like I said before, all the candidates there are good. They can lead Nigeria. But we are saying, who do we need now that Nigeria is in problem? Who do we need now Nigeria is in sorrow? Who do we need now Nigeria is mourning? Who do we need now Nigeria is in pain? Who do we need now Nigeria is heading towards bankruptcy? Now, if you just let me just give you one little example. Recently they said that Peter Obi is in Egypt, trying to study how Nigeria can emulate Egypt and improve in our power. He's not yet the president, but others are just only hanging around, politicking, doing internal politics in their different parties. But Peter Obi left Nigeria to go and study what will will help Nigeria to improve in the power system. As we know now, I was in Nigeria last 2 weeks. I was in Abuja, I was in Lagos, I was in Port Harcourt, I was in Calabar, and all these other places. None of these places has light. There was no light. People depend 100% on diesel or fuel, or some that has solar to power their houses. It is terrible. So how do we come to this stage? What do Nigeria need most now? One of the things we need most now, me talking as a Nigerian, is power. And with power, you can do a lot. With power, the street barber, the barber at the street can do his job. When a barber cuts hair for 300 naira, 50 naira, and then at the end of the day, he spends 20,000 naira to fuel his generator, how much does he make? But listen, P2B understands this. He didn't speak with me, I've not discussed with him, but the direction I see that he's going, he understands this. He wants to get something to deliver to Nigerians, something to discuss with Nigerians when the real campaign starts. And what did he do? He left Nigeria to go to Egypt to study this. There are a lot of Nigerians who are also the same. I have some governors also who are outside Nigeria trying to hold meetings to bring things back to down to Nigeria. But they don't have the party ticket. So they just want to discharge their duty as sitting governors. But this, we have P2B, who is a presidential candidate, who just feel he must have something concrete to tell Nigerians. He must have something concrete to deliver to Nigerians. And what is this? This is power. And this is the major problem we are having in Nigeria. So, coming to your question, is like P2B, is he the right person now? Yes, he is the right person. Is he going to win? That I will not say yes or no. But Nigerians vote for him. I will say 70% of the Nigerians will vote for him because of the situation we are right now. If Alhaji Atiku Abubakar should also come up, or Tinubu, Chief Tinubu also come up, or other aspirants also come up with their own plans, and we see it, we see the achievement, what they have done before, and what they are doing now, and what they will do, they will still get the votes of Nigerians. But now, from what we are seeing, when we are trying to be honest to ourselves, from what we are seeing among all these people, this is the man I personally convinced in my heart that we work for Nigerians. Now, you are talking about he was a governor of Anambra State. He saved money in the bank. Can money work on its own in the bank? The answer, no, money cannot work on its own. He saved money, yes. But don't forget, he saved money because there is nothing he needed that money to do at that particular time that he was in government. Because according to him, he said that he finished almost all 90% of the whole project he started, and he was not owing any contractor. He was not owing salary. He did a lot of projects. So what do you want him to do with the money? Should he divide the money to his own pocket? No, he will leave the money for the next government. And that is how it's supposed to be. Why are the West better than us? Because they leave money before they leave the seat. They will not say we are money does. No, you leave money because when you have money in your savings, you can have this luxury of doing more projects. You can have this luxury of even getting huger loans to do bigger projects. And which, if you follow the history of Anambra State, you will know that the person that took over from P2B did one or two big projects. He was able to do this because of the money that P2B left. And now when you go back now to how much now the present governor of Anambra State, Soludo last time, he said that Anambra is a minus, something billion, too much minus, that he doesn't even know where to start. You see it, he is crying because the person that handed over to him, his predecessor, didn't save money. But Obi's successor didn't cry because he made money. And that money he made, he used in doing some, or continuing in the project, doing some projects. He didn't go back to do the road Obi has done. Rather, he did other things like airport and so many of them from the money Obi left. It is very, very important for our leaders to be leaving money before they leave. You need cash. If you don't leave money in the bank, what is the next? How can the next government take off? They cannot take off. They will start from borrowing, and that is not good. It's just like when you're starting a business, you don't have capital. You go straight to borrow. The first money you will make, first 2-3 years, you will all use them in paying your debts. You might not even come out from those debts if care is not taken. And if you have money, if you have your capital and you start a business and that business grows, that means you have more money. You can expand your business because you have much money in the account. That is exactly what happened to Anambra State. And that is why I really support Peter to be leaving money in the account before he left. He could have as well divide the money to anywhere, just like we know that it's usual in Nigeria. But he decided not to divide the money. He decided to leave the money in the account. And most of the money he left in the account, he put them in fixed deposit. He bought them so that they will be bringing interest. So to answer your question, my namesake, you see, there are so many advantages of leaving money behind before leaving government. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me take the question from Anthony, our comment from Anthony Ugebo. And also I see Bambo wants to ask a question. So we take those two questions and then we take it from there. So Anthony first, and then Bambo, one after the other. And then Otumba Osenie. We'll take those three questions. Anthony, Bambo, and Otumba Osenie, one after the other, to save time.
Yes,
and then
Alabi and Ife Nwakwesi.
No, let's take those three. Okay, all right. No, you may not be able to cope with 5 questions at the same time. Let's take the first 3, and thereafter the next 2 or whatever happens. So Anthony, Bambo, and Otumba Olabode Osenie. Okay, take those 3, please, and then we can then take another set and see how far we go. Thank you. So, Anthony, please.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Mr. Sonny, I really appreciate your efforts, and I agree with you almost totally. Since when did being able to save become a liability? You see, sometimes we Nigerians, we have our own problems. Saving is in my DNA, and I know what savings has done to me in my struggle. So somebody who could save, is a very smart person. That means when opportunities arise, you can strike. Anyway, let's leave that alone. Coming down to the presidential candidates. For me, I don't know Peter Obi myself, but I'm going to support him fully. And the reason is because, like you rightly said, given where we are right now in Nigeria, we are dealing with 2 situations. One is the past, and the other is the future. Tinubu, for example, all right, did well in Lagos and all that, but I'm not one to vote for gangster politics, where it's like money sharing all over the place, settling everybody. That's where we are right now in Nigeria. I mean, Nigeria is dying. Atiku, for me too, I mean, going back to them for a second, the fact that, he's with the status quo. Even the running mate, he can't simply choose a running mate because someone advocating he should go this way or that way with respect to Muslim. Atiku is also of the status quo, nice man and all that, but he's of the past. So Peter Obi, I've listened to him, and he seems to be of the future. Also, where's this justice fetish in terms of the Southeast in Nigeria, where they've been abandoned? I mean, everybody has their problems, but the Southeast, they're part of Nigeria. They've contributed significantly to Nigeria. Where are they being abandoned the way they're abandoned? And you want peace. You want one Nigeria. So Peter Obi is like killing so many birds with one stone. I love birds. I'm not going to kill them. But Peter Obi is like the bullseye for Nigeria's problems. One, he's a very smart guy. Two, he's very, very much alive, unlike some of these dinosaurs we're talking about. Three, the guy has business acumen. He's globally recognized. Four, he has youth on his side, and he's able to comprehend matters and global understanding. So to me, Nigeria has a solution right now. You could either go to the past and drop dead with Nigeria, or you make a turn and pivot to a new guy who, like they say, saving money. Of course, saving money is good. I save money too. So my question to you is, if Peter Obi can get, for example, a very nice vice president from, say, the North, based on a geopolitical argument in Nigeria, what do you think that would bring to his campaign? Maybe a Rabi Kwakwaso. And let me just say this, that is really pissing me off. All these other candidates that we have, they're smart people, no question. But if you know you have a very low probability of success, why are you wasting your time? I mean, come on, this is not rocket science. If you know you have a low probability of success, why don't you look for somebody who you could pivot yourself to and say, you know what? Yes, I'm good, but this guy's better. Why are there so many people all over the place? So what they're doing is they're killing us, because by dividing the pie, the right person gets a smaller pie. They should just line up behind Peter Obi and call this a day. Thank you very much. This is bullshit.
Thank you. Please, I didn't catch up with your question. Please repeat your question again.
The question is, if Peter Obi can get a vice president.
Vice president, you mean?
Yes, a candidate, vice president candidate.
Okay.
Candidate,
yeah.
Right? From the North. Hopefully, Rabi Kwakwaso, I don't know if he'll be humble enough to accept that. Somebody like that, if you could get somebody like Rabi Kwakwaso, as fact, if they can strike a deal, what impact do you think that would have with respect to, his success?
Your question is very, very nice. And actually, I personally, we wish that both of them will strike a deal. I personally, we wish that they will strike a deal. But from the information I'm getting, or from this discussion I had with my friends who are also governors or who are, very prominent in the politics, it will be a very difficult thing for both of them to strike. Rabiu is good in the North. He's well respected. He's a very smart man and very intelligent. He can complement Obi's ticket. And both of them can actually form a very nice team to lead us out of this darkness we are at the moment. But that is our wish. Can they actualize that? That is another question. Even at that, if P2B, who is going to sit at the driver's seat, cannot strike a deal with Rabiu, then there are still other Northerners Muslims, who are very smart, who are very, very humble, principled, like Peter Obi, and hardworking, who can also make up or team up with Peter Obi to lead us out of this darkness. There are a lot of them, but I know that most of them are not in Labour Party. Just like we know, Labour Party is just popular because of Peter Obi. Before Labour Party, nobody talk about Labour Party. We talk about only two political parties in Nigeria before PDP and APC. So if Peter Obi can just open his eyes and do a very good research in the North. Definitely, there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them that are even a lot of them that me and you don't know that can do wonders, that can team up with P2P to make Nigeria great. Thank you.
Okay, please, the next person asking questions, please ask your questions in 30 or 40 seconds flat so that we can accommodate as many questions as possible, please. And if it's a comment, just say it's a comment and make your comment. Thank you. Otumba, please. Sorry. Okay, Otumba, go ahead. Then we'll take Bambo after you.
Hello. Thank you very much for this organized campaign time. What do you call this? Now let me say this. I hope I'm not alone in this event hall that do not believe in one Nigeria anymore. What gives Peter Obi that the next 4 years his name, his reputation is not going to be spoiled or ruined? Because we have a situation in the country where we have a contracted constitution that's not going to allow Peter Obi, 20 Peter Obis, 20 whatever you call them, Tinubus. They cannot do anything different from what we have on the ground. The structure will never allow any new president to succeed. It will always be one lopsided structure where no matter how smart idea he has, the majority that we have in the one segment of the country will always make it impossible for anybody to progress. Isn't that better for Peter Obi to start with asking the present constitution to be set aside? Let's do a people's constitution, or we not only restructure, but people should now start thinking of going their separate ways, because as it is, and I can guarantee everybody here, that it's just not going to work. I'm talking from experience. It's not going to work. 100%. I'm 75 years old and I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not going to work. 20 Peter Obis cannot fix the problem. And if you are now sitting down here talking about how best to go, I think one of our aspirations, dreams, or wishes should be you want to fix Nigeria. Nobody can rescue Nigeria to any better height as it is. It's gone. It's nothing going to happen to many people who believe that still believe in Nigeria. But I can tell you for free, nothing is going to change. So if Peter Obi has all what it takes to fix a country, he should join with his brothers to start fighting for a separated, a reverted 1963 constitution where we have regional arrangement, where we do our business ourselves. Yoruba people already campaigning for their own land, where they can turn, when everything is okay, they can turn Yoruba land to Dubai 20, 30 times. You know the brains we all have. Why do we want to stick to a constitution that is one-sided? You know the problem of the Fulanis. You know all what they are after. They want to Fulanize. That's not talking cheap, but the truth of the matter is Obi can make as much efforts as he can. He cannot make a change. And I will be very, very sorry. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Otumba.
Thank you, sir. Pastor, please, your permission to answer, to respond to him, please. Thank you, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Very quickly, too. Sonny, don't waste too much time in your response so that we can take a few more questions. Quite a lot of people want to ask questions, please.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm very sorry that you're disappointed in this country called Nigeria. I can understand your pain. I can feel your pain. I can see, you say you're 75 years old.
Yes, sir.
I can feel the pain from day one to today. I can feel it. I'm very sorry that you feel this way, but still, there is still a green light at the end of the tunnel. And this is why this movement is going on now. Everybody is tired, just like we are tired, but we still have hope. You know one thing, if Nigeria break up, the black race in the world is gone. Nigeria is the symbol of Africa. Nigeria is the symbol of a Black race in the world. We cannot afford to break up, but we can only afford to correct our mistakes. And that is exactly what is happening now. And that is why me, that has nothing to do with P2B, even have a lot of friends that have the ticket, a lot of friends that are supporting other people. I say, no, Nigeria must not break. No, Nigeria must not continue in this way. We need a leader that can lead us out of the darkness. I'm very sorry the way you feel. I'm really, really sorry. I understand it. But
I'm sorry to interject you. Sorry to interject you.
Believe me.
Let me interject you quickly. You seem you don't understand my question. Nigeria cannot be fixed. Is that difficult to understand? You don't have the necessary structure. You want to change a country, you need to start with the constitution. The constitution of 1999 is fraudulently put together. It is not useful. It's not going to help you and I, our children. So, and the sentiment that Nigeria should be kept together on grounds that a certain segment of the country should continue to ride everybody for free. Excuse me, hello. It's not about the age. It's about the understanding that Nigeria cannot be fixed. It cannot be fixed. To fix the country, you need to go through the process and procedure of amending or restoring the constitution. And the North says they're not going to leave the leverage of the majority they have over and above making anything. They don't care. As far as I'm concerned, whether you are from the North or wherever, the way things are, Nigeria cannot be fixed. I want to be debated. If you finish this, please get in touch with me through Pastor Daho. I forgot. Sorry about that. He knows me. We used to meet on the Ben TV. So please get in touch with me and then we can have a chat.
No problem. I will definitely do.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, Bambo, can I get your question, please, Bambo, very quickly, please? Bambo, you can unmute yourself.
I have. I didn't push up my hand to ask any questions.
Oh, I see. I thought you put up your hands. Okay, no problem.
No, I didn't.
Then Ify. Okay, all right, no problem. Ify,
yeah,
and
okay.
then Mr. Adealabi, and then Prince Omorodion, please. Ify, quick, straight to the question,
Okay, yeah.
please.
Good evening, everyone. Pastor Ituah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. My conversation is this. Nigeria can be fixed, but mostly the elites who have the capacity to come together and put a strategy in place to help Nigeria to be saved. My conversation about the politics is that I think amongst all the leaders, P2B is my best candidate. But the question is, will P2B be able to make it come 2023? Because there is not enough time. So we must have our option B. The option B from me is that the elites should immediately come together and begin to put a platform that can provide a revitalization program for this country. If the elites were together, I'm sure these leaders will not hold us hostage for so many years. And so the other question I'd like to ask our speaker is, what do you think could be our option B, just in case Peter Obi does not make it? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam. That's a brilliant one. I'm very, very optimistic, like every Nigerian is optimistic, that we see the green light at the end of the tunnel. Assuming that P2B doesn't make it, assuming P2B fails to make it this time around, there is still another 4 years, Madam. P2B must not make it 2023. But 2023, he can use it to write his name on in good. And let Nigeria know that there is a future leader. The wave P2B, our plan B is the wave P2B is going to create, or the wave he's creating now, will now make our leaders, the elites, sit up. They will know now that it's not more business as usual. They will know now that Nigerians are angry. I'm angry, you're angry, the youth are angry. The old people are angry. The Hausa man is angry. Yoruba man is angry. Igbo man is angry. Ijaw man is angry. Efik man is angry. Everybody is angry because the country is not working. So with this anger and the mass movement, just like the NSAS stuff, our elites will now sit up and know that their deep pocket will never again get them to sit. That is our plan. That is the plan B, madam. Thank you.
Exactly. All right, Mr. Alabi, please, can I have your question, and then Prince Omorojan? Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Pastor Ituah, for the great work. Two questions I have. Number one, why, number one will be drawn from the experience of 2015, because I believe that Nigeria, with our political leaders, they are like two-bedroom apartments, where one is occupying one, two-bedroom apartment, APC occupying one, PDP occupying the other, but now by extension, they want to make it three. Are we sure that the people that will surface in a short while as this struggle continues, are we sure, Mr. Sonny, are you sure that they are still not going to be the same face that Peter Obi left from the other side, APC, PDP? Are we sure that they are not going to be the same set of people that will surround him, that will even render him useless and incapacitated to operate and to fix the country? That's number one. Then number two, how much of research, sir, have you carried out on other candidates? Because I know one of the candidates who have visited the 774 local governments in Nigeria, just in the guess to see how Nigeria can be fixed. And I know he has visited countries of the world also in order to gather his own data. So for you to mention that Peter Obi is in Egypt, for me, for any serious minded candidate, most of the data ought to have been gathered by now. So how are we sure that what he is doing now by visiting Egypt now is not just a show, public show? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just like we know, the Nigerian politicians, elites, they are of the same group. Just like you rightly said, they rotate among themselves from APC to PDP, from PDP now to Labour. Most of them have followed P2B to Labour. I quite agree with you. That is the scenario in Nigeria as we speak. But don't forget, P2B left PDP because he doesn't believe in their system, in their monetized politics. And also don't forget, P2B is not a typical PDP man. He came from APCA. He grew up from APCA before he came to PDP. And P2B, from his record, even when he was the governor, former governor of Anambra State, he tried to bring out new people from the state that is not from the old Anambra politicians. Just like most of the governors are doing now, just like my good friend, Professor Yade did in Cross River State. He brought out young people, in the politics, in the arena. So if P2B comes to the national level and feel that the old people crossing from APC to PDP and PDP to Labour and vice versa are still going to pollute his administration, are still going to be the same story, I think in his wisdom, he should be able to know the good ones to pick, because we still need experienced hand in order to make this project called Nigeria work. Don't forget, we need, just like in a football team, you want to grow a very good football team. You don't throw away all the old players at the same time. You leave few and then incorporate the new ones, so that the new ones can always learn from the old ones. That means experience, the old one passing the experience to them, and then it goes on like that. So to answer your question, I don't think P2B will be so stupid to let the same system, status quo, remain. Because he's coming, Nigerians are seeing him as somebody who is calling to do something different. and he's projecting himself as different from other politicians. So he cannot still let the status quo remain. That's my answer to that. Then coming to the question of why must he go to Egypt now, and there are still other candidates, who has, done their research and studies how to push Nigeria forward. Just like I said before, I'm not the campaign manager to Peter Obi. I don't know him. I've not sat with him. I've not discussed with him, and I have nothing to do with him. But I knew that this Egypt stuff, Peter Obi has said it a lot, so many times in his previous interview. He has done it. He has even been to China. He has even been to other countries, even to Germany, to do his research. But I think this is continuation of what he has been doing before. I don't think he went to Egypt just because of politics. If you check his record, check his interviews, you know that this power stuff from Egypt, he has said it so many times to my hearing in his interviews, that why don't we learn from Egypt, who grew their power from zero to what it is now? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Sonny. Any other person wanting to ask a question or make a comment? Any other person? I don't see any other hands up. Okay, there's one hand up. Samuel Dada, ask your question. Then I'm going to ask Pastor Sonny Enebi to make a few comments and then to begin to close us. Mr. Samuel Dada, please, and to summarize what we've discussed today and close us. So. Okay, so Sonny, I will ask you to please summarize. If you have any comments, summarize.
Samuel Dada, please unmute.
If you have any comments, summarize. Samuel Dada, please go ahead.
Okay, now I will.
Samuel Dada, please unmute yourself.
I've done that, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think this 2023 election is gone already to APC or PDP, whatever we think. And I think maybe by then we will have learned our lessons to have a formidable thought force if truly we want Nigeria to continue. But I just pray that our people are not being killed more than weeks before we realize that we are not doing anything. How can somebody, because they used to tell us before that you need to join the structure before you can be there. Peter Obi came from Abga. He joined the structure. He found that the structure is so corrupt, he left the structure. He now went to Labour. Labour, what have they done to the people? Peter Obi is a capitalist. Nigeria is not a capitalist state. These are the ideology that we need to put on ground. We need to even invite Peter Obi to tell us. Because going to Egypt, I read it from a story that he didn't go to Egypt for any energy. He went for Egypt for Afromex, a particular project that some rich people got money from. They are capitalists. So these lies they used to tell us is people need to do more of research of any candidate. Because we are just talking about Peter Obi. How many people will vote for Peter Obi in the northern part of Nigeria? How many people in Yoruba land? And I've always been saying this thing. Until the certain politicians or anybody from the southern part of Nigeria realizes one thing, that the day we all in the southern part of Nigeria comes together as a formidable force to have a party, it is that day we break the jinx of the Fulani or northern hegemony. Because it has never happened in the history of Nigeria that the southeast, southwest comes together to form a formidable force in terms of politics. And this is what is affecting us. And they continue telling us that the Fulanis are more than us, which is not true, because we don't vote in the southern part of Nigeria. I came to Nigeria 3 times, 2018, 2019. Came in for my PVC, came back again. At the end of the day, I saw my people. Nobody is voting. I've been saying this thing. In my ward, 859 people. At the end of the day, 127 voted. Tell me, they will rig it for the APC PDP. These are the problems we're having. We just need to wake our people that people come out, get your PVC and vote. We can get to 40 million, but we are not doing this. People are just sending us Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not going anywhere because the power is in the hands of the thugs in our streets. And we can curb the thugs. How many are they? And I've been saying this thing. Go to Lekki, Ikoyi, all those areas. How many people were killed? No. But if you come to Shomolu, Bariga, all those areas, Akowod, you see people dying. And these are the poor people. So the elite needs to do more education and spend their money in order to awaken the spirit of the people that, no, it is your duty. If you think you love your parents, come out. You are 18 years above. Vote. And let's do this thing. And it can be done. Like our daddy that said he's not believing in one Nigeria again. I don't believe in one Nigeria. But we can't do anything without politics. Politics determine every part of our lives. Until we realize it, then 2023 is another joke on us. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comment and question. We'll take Prince Omorode. Please go ahead and ask your question and comment, and then we'll ask Sonny to. Sonny, I hope you are noting the questions or comments.
Of course I do.
Okay, please, Prince, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question. Prince Dr. Egbe H. I think
Prince has asked his question before. Let another person ask question, please.
Okay, Bolaji Ajibola.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. My name is Bolaji Ajibola. Can someone hear me?
Sure, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I said my name is Bolaji Ajibola. I'm a Muslim, so I had to start with my name, going by what someone was saying that the Yoruba people will not vote for Peter Obi and the like. I'm a Nigerian youth. I have my PVC, and I'm going to vote for Peter Obi regardless. So the point is this: we can't continue this way and expect things to change. We can't be pessimistic and say things will change. It's not going to work in 2023. The Nigerian politicians had made it so possible for us to believe that there's nothing that is going to work without them. But we are going to make a statement. In 2023, we are going to make a change, and that's what I want to say. So thank you very much, Pastor, for making this happen.
Joyce.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. I just want to quickly say this. I don't know why we are so obsessed with Peter Obi going to Egypt. That is by the wayside. It does not, the campaign has not even started. And again, I hate when people are pessimistic. You have to be optimistic. Change does not come by being static. We have to take the bull by the horn. At least they did it in the Arab Spring was something that was unprecedented. Look at Obama's election. It's the same. So we cannot continue to say, oh, we cannot do it. It's about the South. No, let's stay focused. It's about us and them. It's about Peter Obi. We've got a candidate that is well liked all around. Forget do your part. Not the Northerners are this. I don't believe in all those stories. Let's stay focused as youth and come together. Once in a while, we have this type of gathering and put our heads together and decide on what next to do. And as time goes on, Peter Obi will come. I don't know him. He will come and speak to us. So we should be concerned now, who is he taking as his running mate? So it's step by step. So we cannot jump the gun. Campaign will soon start. Campaign has not started. We are feeling defeated. I don't like going to battle when you feel defeated. You don't win anything. We should stand strong, even if, I repeat, which is not going to happen, if he loses. We've made a statement and we'll continue to tell them because they're all shivering now. Unless you are not looking at what they are doing, they are afraid that we are coming for them and we'll do it. So let's stay focused. So please stop being pessimistic. This is Yoruba, this is Igbo, we did it in Edo. So we can do it all over. We don't need any structure. We are the structure. So stop about this Egypt. Leave him alone. He went for something, even if it's personal. That is not the issue. Campaign has not started. Step by step. Thank you.
Okay, Oba Kayode.
All protocols duly observed. Are you hearing me, please? Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
I just want us to realize that what we are planning to do is to have an election that we expect will make a statement. But from all indication, I don't think Labour appears to have structures on ground in the state and in the local governments. All efforts are concentrated towards Peter Obi. I can say to you that already Tinubu is already aligning his campaign efforts with that of it's a governorship aspirant. Okay, moving from one part of the country to the other. Nigeria, like I say, is not yet ripe for a situation where we neglect the local traditional structures. Yes, you can do it probably in a place that people are more enlightened, maybe like Lagos and some of the big cities. But the truth is, the structures on ground locally, at the local government, at the wards, are very, very important. And they are key. They say little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. If the efforts at the local level are not being well taken care of, then forget it. Peter Obi, even though it seems to be the best candidate with his trajectory, with his discipline, with his programs and all the rest, he may not be able to win at this time. But I think that making a statement that we need a change in Nigeria, perhaps that is what Labour will be able to achieve. And then they will now begin to see that they need to put structures and they need real resources to be able to embark on campaigns, electioneering campaign nationwide. Thank you.
Mr. Benjamin Umeza.
All right. After that, I think Sonny should take it so that he doesn't lose track. Benjamin, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everybody, and all protocols duly observed. My name is Benjamin, and we are the future of tomorrow. We are the youths. We are the ones that Nigeria belongs to. We do not believe in all those rhetorics that politicians continue to tell us that we don't have structure here and there. We don't have local government structures. Those are all bullshit. And forgive my language, and just attempts by politicians to tell us that they are in charge. We are the structure. We did it for NSAS, and we're going to do it again. We're going to pull Nigeria youth out, and we're going to win this election. Based on INEC's data, what's the record saying? Data tells the truth. Data and God never lies. These two things, they don't lie. Data. Record shows that 60% of the currently registered voters and people that are actually going for their PVCs are the youths who do not believe in tradition and stories of the past. Our parents failed us, and we cannot leave this APC and PDP to going to tell us the same thing, that we don't have structure. We are the structure. The structure is not any fixed human being anyway. We are the structure. We are going to ensure that our candidate wins this election. We're not going to listen to all these rhetorics of the past. We are going to win this election. People are volunteering their work, leaving schools to campaign for this guy without any dime. PDP and APC boys are waiting for money so that they'll come and start blasting on Instagram and Twitter. But people are voluntarily, people are making shirts, giving their houses as Labour Party's offices. So you guys should wait and see that we don't have structure. We'll see what we're going to do. We're going to shock the system. We are the structure. Politicians not tell us these lies that we're not ready, that we're not ready. He's our candidate and we are ready. Anybody he brings, we're following anywhere he goes to. All these lies about South, East, North, everybody is tired. I grew up in Zaria. Zaria, people are tired of everything that people are talking about structure. They are tired. They want a Messiah. PDP is going nowhere. It's going nowhere. All those, they're not going anywhere. Go and see the core outsiders. They are tired of everything. They're tired of the insecurity. They're tired of the killing. But you guys obviously believe that we don't have structure. Those are lies. You guys should come together and volunteer your time, your effort, your buildings for offices and see what we're going to do. But if you continue to fold your hands that there's no structure, it's not going anywhere, he's not going to win if you guys do not vote him. That's the truth. If you guys don't vote him, you'll not win. But tell us that we should not give up because we don't have structure. We are the structure. We are the one who are taking our Nigeria back. You guys failed us. Other people failed us, but we are taking this country back. Peter Obi is our candidate, and we are the structure. We're going to continue to spread this gospel till the election day. We are going out to get our PVCs. We are pushing our friends, our relatives to get their PVCs. We are going to make a difference. We did it for MSAS, and this is MSAS being resurrected, and it's in a bigger and a wider form. It's going to go more viral. So all these rhetorics about we don't have structure, we are the structure, and we're going to fight for our candidates to clinch the ticket till we enter Aso Rock. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the youth. I am very impressed with the way you are speaking, and I look forward to all youths getting their PVCs and actually going out on the field, see positive change. I see 3 more people. I recognize you, but you will hold on. So New Breed, Egbe, Alex Ajibade, let Sonny take, I think about 4 or 5 people have spoken so far. And after he answers, we'll see how much time we have and we'll take it from there. Sonny, over to you. You can respond to those comments and questions. And we would, if we have time, I'll come back to these 3 people, New Breed Network, Egbe, and Alex Ajibade. Thank you. Sonny, go on.
I totally agree with the young man that just spoke at last, and Joyce too, Madam Joyce. Even the man that doesn't believe in Nigeria, all these things everybody is saying is true. What are we talking about here? We are talking about how to make Nigeria a better place for all of us, for our children unborn. We are discussing on who to lead Nigeria to the promised land, who to lead Nigeria out of the darkness. That is why that is what we are talking about. Don't forget the topic is the best president for now, who to lead Nigeria for now. Not the best president for now, but that word now means a lot. Now, it means now that Nigeria is in a very shambles state. Nothing is working. And the question Pastor Ituah asked me is, in my own opinion, who do I think Nigerians should vote for? That was actually why I mentioned Peter Obi. While we are still talking, I still read the comment because we have a lot of comment section here. We have a lot of comment at the comment section here. So one person wrote that it's like I'm campaigning for P2P, that I didn't make research on the other candidates. I actually do. I'm conversant with Nigerian politics. And personally, I have sympathy for Alhaji Atiku, Tinubu, and others. But we are talking about, to be sincere to ourselves, we are talking about who is going to lead Nigeria now out of this mess the country is. And we have to be, here we have to be honest and sincere to ourselves. We have to be honest, because what is happening in Nigeria is nothing to talk about. It's not how a country is. Nigeria is not going the way a country is supposed to move. Everything is failed in Nigeria, but there is only one hope, because we Nigerians, we are patient, and we Nigerians, we know how to make things work when we are pushed to the wall. And that is exactly what is happening now. Structure or no structure, not south or west or east, man or woman, old or young, everybody is feeling the pains. But this structure they are talking about, whether the best candidate, from my own personal opinion, or when you sample, when you do the, according to the poll, 70% of Nigerians, especially the youths, want P2B to lead Nigeria out of this mess. Does he have the structure? Yes, he do. Where is the structure? The structure is me and you and every other person listening. The structure is our PVC. will go and use our PVC and make a statement. That is the structure. The structure is not the money he's going to share at the election day when you go to the voting place. No, the structure is not the people, with the offices, Labour Party will have all the whole 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. No, the structure is the human being. Even when you have those offices, when you have those vehicles, when you have all those big names, all these things cannot go to the voting booth to vote. It is human beings that will go and vote. So I'm still very, very sympathetic with my uncle that said that Nigeria will never work. I'm very, very, because for him to say that there must be a reason. He has experienced a lot and he has seen so much and he's felt so disappointed in the country. And it's very bad that a country like Nigeria, that we claim to be the giant of Africa, the most populated Black nation in the world, that the citizens will no more have hope. Because, sir, what I'm promising you is we will continue fighting to make sure that Nigeria works. First of all, we have to bring in a leader who has that political will to make amendment in the Constitution. We have to bring leaders who will be in the Parliament, is it in the Senate or in the National House of Assembly, to make sure that the Constitution is amended in the right direction. But let's talk about even if we're talking about the Constitution, the Nigerian Constitution as it is today is not the problem. As it is today, can still make Nigeria work, can still make Nigeria, good for every person, But the problem we have is not even the Constitution. The problem we have are our elites, our leaders, our present leaders. That is the problem. Because if they lead properly, if they have the political wills to make decisions, then things will work. Nigeria is so bad that a sitting governor will tell you that he doesn't know what is going to happen tomorrow. When a governor says that he's scared of Nigeria, what do you think the man in the street will say? That is why I understand your pain, Uncle. That is why I really, really understand your pain. It is so bad. I know where I'm coming from, and I know what I'm talking about, because I can hear governors talking about that. I can hear senators saying that. I can hear ministers saying that. I can hear people in good position in Nigeria, CEOs, telling you that. A lot of things. I've been in the business community in Nigeria. I do my transaction with the institution, with central bank and every other thing, and you cannot even go officially to central bank to bid for dollar. You bid for $100,000, $200,000 officially, because you have from M, because you imported goods. They will end up giving you $1,000, $500. That is how bad it is in Nigeria. But at the election day, at the primary day, you see people carrying dollars and sharing dollars from the central bank to the election ground. So that is how bad Nigeria is. And this must stop. This must totally stop. This must stop. So the youths are angry. Nigerians are angry. Igbo man is angry. Hausa man is angry. Yoruba man is angry. Ijaw man is angry. Everybody is angry. This anger doesn't know your tribe, doesn't know if you're a Muslim or a Christian. No, it is because of where the country is at the moment. So please, everybody should understand. I'm not talking about P2P because I have personal interest in him, as he's my friend or he's from the same place. He's not from my state, though he's Igbo, I'm Igbo, but he's not from my state. Just like I said before, I don't know P2P one-on-one. There are some people also that have tickets that I know one-on-one, that I've met one-on-one and sat and spoke with, but I still have the audacity to come public to say P2B is the best. Because I want to be sincere. I want the country to get the best. I want the best for Nigeria. And I want the best for myself. I want the best for my generation. I want the best for my children. I want the best for everybody. We have to be honest here. And for us to achieve this, there is one thing we have to do. Every person above 18 years should go and register. Pick your PVC. Go on that election day and cast your vote according to your conscience. If you like what is happening now, let the status quo remain. But if you don't like what is happening now, let's make a change. And that change is going to come through ballot box, through our vote. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor.
Okay, thank you very much. As we begin to wrap up, I don't know, maybe if those that still have questions can take 15 seconds, please. I am only offering this as a concession because it's almost 7 o'clock. New breed, you can unmute yourself. Then Egbe, then there's, I think Otumba has spoken before. I don't know, you want to speak again, but let me take new breed and Egbe. Please just take 30 seconds so that we can quickly wrap up. Thank you. Unmute yourself and go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll just go straight to the point.
Please.
We are talking about structure. So this is what I think is a structure. The structure is having ward representative in every local government in Nigeria, and having local government representative in every state in Nigeria, and having states representatives in all the 36 plus FCT of Nigeria for meetings, mobilizations for individuals to vote for their candidates, and also for dissemination of information from party leadership. If this is the structure we are talking about, then I don't think Labour Party has any issues with structures. Because like Benjamin said, we are tired. We also don't want money. We will vote and stay there for our votes to be counted and monitor for the vote to be collected, even at the top. We're also going to frustrate vote buying on election day. One thing I know that is working for Labour Party is the poor choice of their flag bearers and of the two frontline parties. So there is no problem with structures. Everybody in each state have their representative. And I can tell you categorically for my state, we have our representative for Labour Party. And they are meeting on the 31st after registration closes. And I want to assume that is so for all the other 36 states in Nigeria. So there's no problem about structure. The structure should just please go and sit down. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So structure is not a problem. All right, Igbe, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everybody. All protocols observed. I stand on all existing protocols. I greet you, Pastor. Just to be quick, I want to encourage us. I think it's self-defeating for us to believe that Peter Obi cannot win. And I don't blame many people, especially first our daddy that says that Nigeria can no longer be fixed. It looks like that. Sometimes appearance is different from reality. Nigeria can be fixed. Secondly, because I'm from Edo State, we have done it before, so I'm more encouraged. I know how much we had to climb. At the time, our governor had no party at all. At least Peter Obi has Labour Party. We had a governor that had no party and we were still following him. And we said, anywhere you go, we will go with you. When he went to PDP, we went with him, and in the end, he won. And I know because I've experienced it that it is very possible. And the way people are mobilizing, the truth is we should all task ourselves to do something. My name is Dr. Igbe. I have on my own from the United Kingdom organized close to 1,000. I have mobilized close to 1,000. And this is not fake. Some of my members are here listening and seeing my face as I speak to you. I've got a diaspora group where I'm encouraging people. I've got a Nigerian group. I've got one on Telegram. I've got one on WhatsApp. Listen, if we really go out there and try and get these guys, we will get Nigeria back from the cabals. It's fictional that these people are so strong, it is impossible to overturn them. And then there is something we are taking out of the whole equation, is the 1% God hand. Who said as we are going along, certain things will not happen that can change the situation? All we can, as human beings, all we can permute is what we are seeing right now. Sometimes what we are seeing right now, by the time we scratch it, it gets deeper and what we will see will be completely different. You don't get gold on the surface of the earth. So my point is, what if as we go along, the youth begin to see so many things, some secrets begin to come out about some other candidates? We know Peter Obi has got the best squeaky clean reputation amongst all of them. I'm not saying he's a saint. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not an Igbo man. I'm a Benin man, a typical Edo man from the royal family. That is who I am. I'm not close to Igbo. But we cannot see that these guys have been leading us and they've led us nowhere. It's time to take a different direction. You can't continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. So this is where I'm saying be encouraged. Stop being pessimistic. It can happen. And when it happened in Edo, we jubilated. And it wasn't because of the governor that we were doing it. We did it, one, because of our state, two, because we wanted to show that if the people stand up, they can achieve. And we did it, and Nigerians can stand up and achieve. Instead of us complaining and concluding that nothing can happen, let us go out there and pull our effort. What have you contributed? I have just mentioned what I have personally. So I encourage you, please go back and ask yourself what you can contribute to be winning, and let's change Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Igbe. That's very passionate plea. That's very encouraging. Thank you very much, everyone. Otumba, I don't know whether it's a rebuttal, and Alex Ajibade, I think both of you have spoken before. Your hands are raised again. Is it because you want to speak again, or?
I have never spoken before on this.
Okay, Alex, I can hear you properly. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry it's coming in too late. From my experience, I really admire what the youth are doing, but the NSAS was limited to Lagos. How much of the NSAS effect do we have in Kano, in Katsina, in Maiduguri? So the youth still need to work up. From my experience during election.
Alex, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now, sir? Can you hear me?
Okay, it's still faint, but.
Okay then. Okay, I have a question on the chat. I say, what effect do you think the agitation for Yoruba nation, the agitation for Biafra we have in the next election? Will people still come out with the experience of kidnappings, with the experience of killings here and there? Do you think the people will really be willing? Then from my experience, the youth who are following me during the election, I have all the youth, all the students, but when money came in, they say money maketh man. On the day of election, money bought the youth over. The following day, they were begging. Then now, by the special grace of God, I believe more youth will come out this time around for the next election with what is going on with the voters' registration.
Okay.
But then, how do you guarantee the youth in the north will follow you?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Otumba, you still want to say something?
Thank you very much. Well, I'm sorry, if I look at the difference in experience, maturity, and age and everything, I can understand where the youth are coming from. I was once a time a youth, and when I look back that I left Nigeria in 1970 for Germany, I was there for 10.5 years. I went to university there. And it was this issue of it's going to get better. But I can assure you, well, every 4 years that there will always be new trick. The truth of the matter is most of the contributors did not put the constitution, the fraudulent constitution in place. That is the truth. Is that difficult for anybody to understand that that constitution was not put together by the people of Nigeria? And as we speak, it's a one-sided constitution. And then come the issue of rigging. It has always been before I was, well, I want to say to you, the winner, the people, the cabal, they already made up there who they are going to, you want to stay there and you want them to count your vote before you, whatever it is, pass you and say, go away. We have seen last time when the helicopter come down to pick one of the boxes and put the one they want to be counted there. Man, believe me, I have nothing against Peter Obi. I love him so much. I like him. But the truth of the matter is, they've been in this business for too long. Peter Obi cannot fix the problem. His 4 years is just going to be, it's not a state. We're talking of a Nigeria, a big country like that has no structure of making anything better for everyone. And then don't forget the power of the Fulanis. They said it open and clear that they want to adopt Nigeria as their main headquarters, and they are doing it. So if I'm campaigning for Yoruba, which I've been doing as one of the elders, if we have a Yoruba, we can develop our country, we can secure our borders, we can get our boys, our still highly educated Yoruba people to develop Nigeria and turn Yoruba land, as good as that of Dubai and some other places. We can do it the way things are going. And finally, I don't know where the misunderstanding is coming from, that from the North, they don't want an Eastern president. Is that also difficult for people to understand? I am not, this is not saying anything that is on, I've never heard that before. They're saying it openly. They don't want anybody from the East. And for us in the West, that we are saying enough is enough, because we've been taking advantage of our people. Here is a country where you have a 16, 17-year-old girls, boys selling pure water. They have no light, they have nothing to show for being a Nigerian. And that's been going on for how many years now? Since 1959, it has been a problem. It's been a struggle. And until when we sit down, unless you want to continue drawing water to an empty, a basket, that's what is going to happen. I want to wish Peter Obi all the best, but we in Yoruba area of the country can't us out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for all your comments. I think it's been a very, very challenging and tough conversation. I would like Sonny to make his response and your final comments. Okay, those that ask questions, if you want to respond, or just what you have taken out of all the contributions. Your final comments before I wrap up the conversation for tonight. I really thank everyone that has been on the platform. Sonny, go ahead.
Thank you, Sonny. I still believe that Nigeria can still work. I still believe that Nigeria is still a project in progress. And I still believe in one Nigeria. And together, they say together is always the best. We can make it. America did it. Europe is coming together. They are joining Germany, France, and they are coming together to get one Europe. Nigeria is not going to break. We are still going to make it, unquote. And the thing is, like, just like I said before, our constitution is good. There's nothing wrong with our constitution. There are some people in Igbo land who wants to go out of Nigeria. There are some people in Yoruba land who wants to go out of Nigeria. There are some people, some Fulani or Hausas who wants to go out of Nigeria. But these are individual, little group compared to the larger portion of Nigeria. So we still be one country, and at the end of the day, we'll come up stronger. Believe me. And coming to the election, if our vote is going to count, yes, it's going to count. There is a progress. There is a new electoral law, and the rigging that used to be the norms before, it's not going to work. Everything is going to go electronic, and the vote will definitely count. The most important thing is for people to go out there and vote. When you vote, I promise your vote is going to count. My vote is going to count. Days are gone when ballot boxes are being changed and all those stuff. They are manual. But as the voting is going on, the counting is going to the central office of the INEC. So there is nothing to bother about. Even the politicians, our elite, they know that the time of rigging is gone. Buhari just signed the new electoral law, and it's going to work. And that is why we are very, very optimistic that there's going to be that change. And that is why our elites are scared of the movement the youths are making. So because they know the vote is going to count. So we have to be optimistic of whatever we are going to do or whatever we are doing. We have to still that Nigeria is a fair state. So yes, I know, but there are still one or two things, that is going on. If not for any other thing, the new electoral act, it's wonderful. That will make our vote count. And I promise everybody that if we do the right thing, if we go out that day and vote, if we have our PVC and on that day we go and vote, there is no how our choice will not count. There's no how our vote will not count. There is no how that change will not come. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Pastor, go ahead, sir.
What were you going to say, Sonny?
It was just going to wrap up the program, but since you are here, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Sonny, thank you very much. That is Sonny of Germany now. It's not Sonny of Anthony Village. There's a difference between Anthony Village and Germany.
Anthony City.
Anthony City. All right, fine. So, Sonny of Germany, thank you so much. You've spoken with such clarity, such passion, such candor. I wish Peter Obi was listening to you on this platform. He would have just said, walking straight to Aso Rock and just sat on Buhari's chair and said, no more need for election and so on and so forth. But this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to see who we are going to vote for. We're also going to get one or two other people who are pro other candidates, as many as are willing. And in fact, if anybody has access to any of the candidates themselves, if they are willing to come on this platform to talk to us and to defend themselves, we'd like to hear them so that as a group, as a platform, or even as individuals, we can take our position and decide on who we are going to vote for. Let me clarify that on this platform, we're non-partisan. We have no candidate as it were as of now. But if we hear everybody out and we then decide that as a group, as a body, this is the person we like, then that's fine. If it's as individual, that's fine also. All I know is that we must try and work hard and get the best for Nigeria that's beyond individual interests. And that is really what has been stifling Nigeria for many years. Too many individual interests, too many people thinking mainly of themselves. Even if they're not running for office, they're trying to vote for somebody who is running for office who will benefit them, either their friend or their associate or their kinsman. And because of that, from 1960 till now, this is when we had a chance, apart from the military times, nobody has really taken a lot of decisions in the best interest of Nigeria. It was the great Dim Odumego Ojukwu who said, after he had died, that Awolowo was the best president Nigeria never had. It meant that all that time, civil war, no civil war, all that time he joined NPN. He knew deep in his heart that Awolowo was the preferred candidate. But in spite of that, and maybe because our NPN made it possible for him to come back from exile, he still joined NPN, but campaigned vigorously for them and made sure that we never got the best president that Nigeria could have had. And this is where we are in Nigeria today, where illiteracy has been weaponized, where there's a deliberate policy not to educate people, where insecurity has become commonplace, that even to go to church now is a problem. It's never happened like this in Nigeria before, never, ever before, that people will go into public places and just shoot people down. It's never been this bad. And a lot of people, if they had not been this selfish, could have changed the trajectory of this country, okay? But here we are. We need to reverse the trend and we need to decide to do one or two things. And it's really the elites that are really responsible for the problem of Nigeria. And quite a lot of us on this platform. We've been ignorant, we've been uninterested, we've been selfish and thought more of ourselves. We've been self-centered, and we have not had the courage to take very, very critical and important decisions. Even the way Sonny has spoken today, Sonny of Germany, not very many Nigerians would have the courage to say, this is the person that I'm going for, even at this point in time. Because the risk that he runs is that should Ashwaju become president tomorrow and he comes across this recording, he will come after the man if the man has any business with the federal government. And that's how people have been victimized all over Nigeria. And we have been gagged and unable to speak. So, Sonny, to be honest, I salute your courage and I salute your belief and I salute your ability to express yourself. And we need many more people who are able to express themselves and let Nigerians know what we need to do. So with the elite, we need to come out of our shells and our hiding places. And number one, express ourselves and express the truth. Express the truth. Don't tell a man that he's the best president we could have had after the man is dead. That's very, very unfortunate and very insincere. Number two, we need to agree what is right for this country. Number three, we need to unite together. You know, why the Southeast and the Southwest cannot unite and they're still following this fallacy that it's not possible is what really beats me. I don't really understand it, you know. Number four, we need to be strategic. We need to be strategic as to what we're going to do. Number five, we ourselves need to lead blameless lives. It's going to cost us, but you must be above board if you are going to be able to speak. Number six, we need to get involved and be part of the selection process. You know, a lot of what we're saying now is really the horse has left the barn or the stable because none of us was really involved in choosing all these 13 people that are parading themselves now. We were not there. We were not in the parties. We're not in Eagle Square. We're not in the primaries. So we're now just dealing with what has been served us by a set of delegates, a lot of whom were monetized, at least in a lot of those parties, not all, but a lot of those parties. Most of those delegates were monetized, ignorant people who didn't vote their conscience, but voted for their bellies. And whatever they've given us is what we get. So we need to get involved at the party level, at the primary level. We need to be sincere people. We need to make sure that by the time the candidates are served to us, they're reasonable candidates, they're good candidates. That is a tough call to choose. Between Clinton and Obama was a tough call for a lot of people because Clinton herself was very capable, very competent, was able to run a good economy. Okay, so maybe at the end of the day, the black sentiment and the racist and the male chauvinist thing took the day, I don't know. But if it had been Clinton or Obama, he'd have gotten two very good presidents. And even Obama was wise enough to employ Clinton as his Secretary of State, at least in the first term of his presidency. So, but most importantly, for those who believe in God, and I hope we all do, we need to pray without ceasing. We need to pray without ceasing. It's even God that has made it possible for us to have options in Nigeria, even at this time, 13 options. If the usual politicians had had their way, would have had only 2 options, you know, only 2. But now we have 13 options and at least 4 or 5 good ones. Kwakan, so you can't write him off. He's very, very strong. Whether he has all the qualities that we're looking for, I do not know, but he's done a phenomenal job in Kano. And as I said, the man Adebayo of SDP too, is very, very phenomenal, very well spoken. He's appeared on this platform before. But so we do have at least 4 or 5 options to choose from, rather than just 2 people who seem to dominate the whole place. Sonny, once again, thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your views. Greet Madam for me. And of course, when you do come to Nigeria, let's catch up and let's see how to take our discussions further, both on the political and hopefully this time on the business front, and then see how we can make Nigeria great again. Everybody who has listened today, thank you. Honestly, we must get involved and we must raise money. We must raise a lot of money to, first of all, drive a campaign of informing people and letting people know this is the Nigeria that we want. So everybody on this platform, if you feel you're a member of ALG and you've been benefiting from this platform, please go to our donation page. I want to thank those who've been donating thus far. It costs quite a bit of money to keep doing this thing month after month. most of which I have financed, but that's okay. It's my contribution to Nigeria. And I want to thank those who have donated to this cause without being asked. I don't want to mention their names. I'm not sure I have the permission so to do. But I think everybody on this platform should donate. What do we need the money for? We need the money to keep the platform going. We need the money to run a campaign of information and knowledge presentation to Nigerians. Nigerians are ignorant. People in the villages, they don't know what is going on. Even people in the cities, in the poor areas, they don't know what is going on. We need to engage them. We need to inform them. We need to encourage them. We need to embolden them. We need to get to them before the politicians get to them with their 10,000, 1,000, 2,000. So we need that money to go there and talk to them and run a healthy information and education campaign for Nigerians at the first part. Then we also need that money at some stage to put behind candidates or a candidate that we think is worth putting that money behind to help them with their own campaign. So we need money. And it's not just today, tomorrow. Even after 2023 and going forward, we'll still continue this campaign. So if somebody will still continue the campaign, because we need to reorientate almost every Nigerian to get them to think right and to bring the right values into our country. If that's what we can achieve on this platform, I think we'd have done something phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week and the rest of the week and a great weekend ahead. And I want to assure you that Nigeria will be great again. God bless you. Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Sonny. God bless you. Very, very.
Thank you, namesake.
Yeah, it's good.
Thank you.